Prior to implementing InnerTrack, the process was really fragmented and messy. There was a lot of paper involved, a lot of lost packages were taking place. We were using a paper-based process that was essentially an Excel spreadsheet printed off on a clipboard, and tracking numbers were manually being written in and taken up, and then signatures were being signed next to the tracking numbers. When FedEx or UPS would arrive, the drivers would open up their truck, put a pallet on the loading dock, and just start putting boxes right there. The receivers were inside, maybe taking care of other business that was going on, and the driver would walk in with his handheld and say, "I got 60 packages for you, please sign." When we would get a report of a potentially lost package, or when someone was looking for their package, the end user would call down. They would be tracking it on FedEx.com, and they would see that something was delivered. That delivery notification really didn't mean much, because our receivers were receiving for a lot of packages, 60 packages, 50 packages, whatever it might have been on that particular day. It was one signature for all. To research the packages that were, quote unquote, being missed or lost, the receivers would have to pull out their files, thumb through hundreds of documents. It could have been a matter of months ago that this package was delivered, and they were just spending a lot of time, and we weren't always able to find them. One of the reasons why we chose InnerTrack over some of the other options that were out there for us, it was just that. It was everything that we were looking for. It was easy to use, easy to understand. The receivers and the staff, they were actually really open to learning. They were excited about it. They were excited about not having to sit down, manually plug in data into a computer anymore. They were able to, go to the dock, just scan it, boom, 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 and get the signature at the end. They were excited to be able to take pictures of someone holding a box if they wanted to, because a lot of the time they would go up and they would leave a box somewhere in a department, and the next day someone would call down. And now when they do that, they leave the box in the department, they take a picture, someone calls down and they can say, no, it was right there, I left it on their desk, or Jane Smith signed for it. There's a lot of accountability now, and they do appreciate that. Now that we're putting all of our shipments into the InnerTrack system, we can track everything, and it's reduced the number of lost packages that we've had, I'd say 99%. We also have the ability on the purchasing side, we have a lot of visibility into the receiving operations that are taking place at the hospital level now. The buyers have access to InnerTrack, and when they get calls, often they do get calls, where is the package that I ordered? And they can quickly just plug in the tracking number, the PO number, and it just pulls up right there on the screen. It's a much more efficient system. The reports in InnerTrack, they allow you to see the timing from the time that it was received, from the time that it was delivered. We do look at the cost of inbound freight, and it will be interesting to see how we can utilize that report. That is a fairly new report with InnerTrack, and it will be interesting to see how we can implement and utilize that report with our initiatives that we have when it comes to freight expenses. Absolutely, there's a benefit in getting our POs matched up and closed in a timely manner. I have someone on my team in the purchasing department that specifically works on match exception related issues, and since we've implemented InnerTrack, whenever there's a non-receipt of a PO, which might be holding up some type of invoice payment, she can quickly go into InnerTrack, plug in the PO, plug in the tracking number, see that it was received, and there's no questions anymore. Before implementing InnerTrack, we were having issues with some lost packages, and at times purchasing or the materials management department at one of our entities had to replace the package, and it could have been anywhere from $500 to $5,000. And at times we would have to cover that expense. Now that we've implemented InnerTrack, we're not seeing those lost packages anymore. We have accountability all the way through, so if something does go missing, it's missing after it's been delivered, and someone's taken accountability and the ownership for that package when they sign for it.